I got love, love. I got love, love. I got love, love. I got love.
Hi everyone, we're Life of Attraction. I'm Mack.
I'm Tessa.
And this is Ziggy. Today we're going to be going through our favourite experiences in Singapore. Some of these experiences are a little bit off the beaten track. We've been filming for the last year and a half, all of the unique locations, so we'll cover some of those in this video. So Tess, let's start with you.
I just love Raffles Hotel. I absolutely love it. I mean, we've been a few times. We went for my birthday, afternoon tea, and then we recently went again for afternoon tea, but we had it in a suite, which is booked through Dayways, which is a company that basically does daycation experiences with hotels. So that was super nice because we wanted to stay at Raffles Hotel forever. It's always, oh my gosh, it's always been kind of a dream because just walking around it, you feel like super special. It kind of feels like a colonial palace, and it's just really, really beautiful. The white walls, the marble floors. So to actually like be in the hotel suite as well as eat scones and tea and cakes was really amazing. You can actually walk around the place for free as well. It's just a really magical place.
Yeah, I love Raffles. Of all the hotels I think I've stayed at in the world, I would say Raffles is probably number one for me, just in terms of the amazing service that you get. The bed is just crazy comfortable. Bathtubs are absolutely huge. But also, just as soon as you walk in, people are opening doors, they're remembering your name.
It's like you are starring in your own Wes Anderson movie.
It does feel very much like that. And with Dayway as well, it's like a really cheap, affordable way to actually get that Raffles experience. Being able to actually be in one of the rooms, even for the full day, rather than paying that overnight cost, which in Singapore, Raffles is really quite expensive. But to just like pay like $200-300 and have the suite access for the entire day, you really get that experience, don't you?
Also, if you want to take your photos, it's better in the daytime anyway. Just
exactly.
saying.
So my first one is Clementi Forest. Our advice is to get there right after sunrise. So you need to head out and get there for about 6:30 in the morning. I didn't realise they have this in Singapore, but they have really low-lying mist. Which is just looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like something that you would see in another country. It seems to be one of our tests, like, it doesn't feel like we're in Singapore. It's kind of what we've been seeking for this last year and a half, and it's just so beautiful. We took some coffee there, set up a little picnic blanket, did a little bit of shooting, but even though we were shooting, it was so relaxing and peaceful. We saw maybe 2 couples pass us the entire morning. It was really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's also that perfect time of day when it's not too hot. And yeah, it's just super cool. It looks like Jurassic Park or something.
Get to Clementi Forest before they start doing any sort of renovations, because the path and walkway is still pretty natural, but they're going to be over the next few years, 2023 apparently, they're going to have brand new walkway. Next experience?
This is like one that's quite well known, but Botanic Gardens is really beautiful. I actually sort of rediscovered it maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Like, I grew up visiting Singapore as a kid, and I'd definitely been to the Botanic Gardens before and the Orchid Garden and everything. But I think as a kid you just don't really appreciate it. So going back now, it's beautiful. It's massive. Again, when you get to the main bit of the clock and you just look out all the palm trees, it has that sort of Jurassic Park vibe. Exactly. But there's so many gardens as well. There's like the bit with all the cactuses and the sundial garden. It almost looks like Italy or something.
Yeah, there's a section with like loads of bromeliads, air plants, and all of those like weird, like sort of hanging ones that don't need very much water. There's an orchid garden, and actually the range of orchids in the Botanic Gardens is insane. Like some with like monkeys' faces and stuff, like they're absolutely incredible. Because if you get there nice and early as well, it's really quiet. There's usually not people walking, like really cute dogs all around the place. Really nice place to have a picnic.
And when it's not COVID, they have a big symphony stage where they have like orchestras and performers and one day again.
It's so nice. Botanic Gardens, beautiful. My next one is actually Changi Boardwalk. If you haven't actually been up there, it's absolutely beautiful. Few beaches in Singapore actually feel natural, and Changi Beach is one of them. We went up for an evening at sunset. If you get there a little bit later in the evening, take a picnic, take a bottle of wine, take some cheese.
Really nice breeze down there as well, actually.
It's really nice. You'll really enjoy it. It's a really good spot.
So my next experience would be Tiong Bahru, which is where we live. I just love our neighbourhood. It's my favourite neighbourhood in Singapore, and obviously we do live here. Actually, like before I met Mack, I hadn't been to Tiong Bahru before. I think it's one of those neighbourhoods that people look at and like they just think, oh, cafes, and it's quite quaint, and it's just really got that neighbourhood vibe.
Especially when everything's open, the cafe culture in Tiong Bahru is about as good as it gets for me. Loads of really nice, like artisanal bakeries, cupcakes, baked goods, croissants are incredible. Just the general vibe in Tiong Bahru is kind of like nowhere else. It's really like sort of low-rise apartments, so a lot of the people here peel out onto the streets and do a lot of their work in local cafes. Even the old aunties and uncles, they go and sit in the noodle bars around the corner, and a couple of guys that just have their seat and they're always there every single morning. There's a lot of people walking their dogs around. I can't recommend Tiong Bahru enough.
Check out the market as well.
Check out the market as well. Well, the final experience that I'm going to mention was the RHIB boat, the military style boat, which took us around the southern islands. We did 3 islands in 2 hours or something like that. You got a good opportunity to like get off the boat and go onto these islands, but the speed of that boat was just insane, and it was so much fun.
It's super fast but really smooth.
The father and daughter that were running the experience was so lovely, really welcoming, really allowed us to like sort of film everything, answered all of our questions, and actually invited us back. We really enjoyed that experience.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed listening to some of our favourite experiences in Singapore. We just really wanted to chat to you guys because I feel like we've been creating some videos that we spent a lot of time working on, and they're more cinematic and we're really proud of them, but it definitely takes a lot of time and you don't really get to know us. So yeah, let us know if you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any future suggestions for videos, or you just want to maybe do like a Q&A or something. Let us know. We definitely want to get to know you guys better and you get to get to know us better too. See you in the next one.
Bye. 3, 2, 1. No? The son and daughter that were like running that boat. Son and daughter, the father and daughter.
She knows.
Oh,
What,
another good experience. And this is Ziggy. Why did I do that? This is Ziggy. And this is little Zigmund. And this is Ziggy. There she blows. And this is little Ziggy. She's gone under the table. Here she is. You okay, Zig? In this video series, not a video series, is it?